Yeah, I told everyone though that I would do better than Francis, and that Francis kind of got no chin.
So
Francis low-key soft.
you made it further than Francis.
Yeah.
So I mean, 6. He went 6 rounds.
You know what that means?
What? He's got a
He could beat Francis.
Francis.
I'll fight Francis.
Imagine it's 3 in the morning in a cold, sterile hospital room in Miami. While most of the world is asleep, one of the most famous and polarizing figures in sports is staring at an X-ray that looks like something out of a horror movie. Jake Paul isn't celebrating a victory or counting his millions. He's looking at 2 titanium plates being screwed into his face to hold his shattered jaw together. Most people in that position would be reconsidering every life choice that led them to stand in front of a heavyweight giant like Anthony Joshua. But not Jake. Before the anesthesia even fully wears off, he's already back on his phone, sparking a brand new controversy that has the entire combat sports world questioning his sanity. He isn't asking for a rematch with AJ or planning a retirement party. Instead, he's calling out the most feared puncher in MMA history, Francis Ngannou, and the logic he's using is as shocking as the knockout that put him in that hospital bed. The world watched on December 19th as the problem child experiment finally hit a brick wall. For 5 rounds, Jake Paul actually managed to do the impossible. He stayed on his feet against a 2-time unified heavyweight champion. He was riding the bicycle, using every inch of the ring to escape the inevitable power of Anthony Joshua. But in the 6th round, the speed gap and the sheer force of a true heavyweight finally caught up to him. AJ landed a clinical, chopping right hand that didn't just end the fight, it literally broke Jake's face in 2 places. The image of Jake spitting out a mouthful of blood during the post-fight interview was the first sign that something was seriously wrong. By the time he reached Miami University Hospital, the diagnosis was grim, a double fractured jaw that required immediate surgery and the removal of several teeth.
Another video out there where Jake Paul's lying in a hospital bed and his face is all swollen and he's like, I'm okay guys, pray for me, just pray for me.
Thought I would win against Anthony, but here I am with a broken jaw, learning the hard way. I'll heal, and I'll be back.
And no doubt that'll be AI as well. So I fell for it, okay? I'm a boomer, whatever you want to call me, okay? Listen, right? The man had his jaw broken by Anthony Joshua. He had to have teeth removed. He had surgery, okay? Apparently he's going to have a couple of plates in his face. So forgive me if I fell for the AI image where his face is swollen, okay? But the point that I was going to make on that video that I did make, that I'm now redoing, where I know I've been had by the AI, the point that I'm making still stands. Boxing is not a game. Fighting is not something you pick up and mess around with, right? If you're a fighter, if you're a boxer, if you're a mixed martial artist, right, you have to take this seriously and you have to respect the game. That's why when he fought Anthony Joshua, I scoffed at it. I talked a little bit of because of the lunacy. And I said, someone's going to end up dead. Someone can die. 10 to 13 boxers die per year. It is not a game. Now, of course, the man wants to make money and he wants to box people and he wants to entertain his fans and thrill audiences. And that's great. And God bless him. Fair play to him. The man is very, very successful. I've never talked about that. I've only talked about a 58-year-old Mike Tyson or fighting retired, semi-retired UFC legends and then talking about them, right? All I've ever said is box someone your own age and size. And then this thing with Anthony Joshua, I was like, this is...
Even with his jaw wired shut and a 7-day liquid diet ahead of him, Jake couldn't stay quiet. In a raw post-surgery appearance on the Impulsive podcast, he dropped a bombshell that shifted the focus away from his defeat. He didn't just call out Francis Ngannou, he insulted him. Jake's logic is simple, albeit a bit twisted. He lasted 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua, while Ngannou, the former UFC heavyweight king, was folded in just 2 rounds by the same man earlier that year. To Jake, this isn't just a coincidence, it's proof of a hierarchy. He told his brother Logan that he did better than Francis, and went as far as to say that Ngannou is low-key soft and has no chin. It's a bold, almost suicidal claim to make against a man who spent his career turning world-class fighters into memes with a single touch. This isn't just new beef though. There's a hidden layer of resentment that traces back to November. When a planned fight with Gervonta Davis fell through, Jake's team at Most Valuable Promotions reached out to Ngannou to step in on short notice. The response from the Ngannou camp wasn't just a no, it was an insult. Francis reportedly felt the offer was disrespectful and nonsensical, telling Jake to stay in his lane and choose his words wisely.
Placement for Gervonta Davis. We had to go right to the source. What can you tell us? Is there any possibility that Francis Ngannou will step in for Gervonta Davis and fight Jake Paul?
No, there's no such of thing happening. Basically, like how can they go from like Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? Like, I mean, Gervonta Davis is a fantastic boxer, but and is a one-shot knockout artist. But come on, like the way different and everything, it make no sense. You know, the Gervonta Davis, you count, you say, okay, the size different can level up. But at this point, for me to, it make no sense.
Did they reach out though? We see a bunch of names that are out there as potential opponents. Did Jake's team reach out to you and at least express to see if you were interested?
Yes, Nikisa reached out the other day and tell me how they need a replacement for Gervonta, and after I listened, I wasn't getting it. Then I say, okay, what can I do for you? What exactly? He said, yeah, we're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I was like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? He was like, yeah, can I, can you, we think about you to fight Jake? I'm like, what? Say, we think about you to fight Jake to replace Gervonta. I'm like, who's Jake? You know, I was so confused, you know, I wasn't expecting that at all. And he said, yeah, Jake Paul, you know, he's fighting. And I'm like, no, bro, come on. Don't disrespect me.
Really stung. Now Jake is using his survival in the ring with AJ as a badge of honor to prove he belongs in the same conversation as the Predator. He's banking on the idea that because he didn't go down as fast as Francis did, he's actually the superior boxer. It's a narrative designed to bait Ngannou into the ring, and it's working the internet into a frenzy.
After and say, and what if the number are good? He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. If it was about the number, we could have started talk. I would have tell you, I'm not just interested. It makes no sense for me. It's not my what I'm looking at right now.
So there is no dollar amount. It's more the opponent. The fight makes no sense. They could offer you $100 million and you wouldn't be interested.
The fight makes no sense. That's what I think. That's my my position. And though I went back, I still, have to, because I was so confused that I thought maybe I wasn't thinking straight. Then I bring it out to teams, to some people, but nobody understand exactly what's happening. They was just as confused as me.
Is it flattering at least that they're thinking about you and your name is floated around? We know Jake fights get a lot of viewers. It's on Netflix. It must be flattering though, at least that they think of you for this.
No, I think you are viewing it in the wrong way. I think it's disrespectful instead. What flattering?
No, yeah.
What flattering? Like, come on. So if my I don't know. I don't see it that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's not the way that I see it. But I have no interest into that.
Behind the scenes, there's a massive conflict brewing within Jake's own circle. His management team, led by Nikisa Badarian, is reportedly terrified of this matchup. After the AJ loss, Badarian was quick to point out that the defeat wasn't about a lack of skill, but a massive discrepancy in size.
Anthony Joshua, I looked at the stat, in round 4 against Daniel Dubois, right, year and a half ago, he got knocked out, I think, in round 5, threw less punches than he threw in round 4 against Jake Paul. Like, think about that, right? he was more active against Jake Paul than he was against Daniel Dubois in the 4th round of what was, one was a 5-round fight, one was a 6-round fight. I will say that Jake Paul lasted longer than 18 of Anthony Joshua's opponents, some of which were heavyweights that were 24-0, 25-0, 26-0. There was no world Jake Paul was going to come to Anthony Joshua, stand right in front of him and say, let's throw down blow for blow. Even though I walk around at 207 to 209 on a regular day, and you walk around at 250 to 260, let's just go ahead and meet in the middle. He deployed his strategy and he did a lot more effectively than people thought. There was a lot of comments around, oh, a 22 by 22 ring. That's unheard of. Very common in boxing. Canelo's deployed that ring many times, and Canelo's a much smaller man. So all the talk is expected. I mean, that's part of the brand. It's part of disruption, and it's part of what gets people talking. So it's ultimately fine. I know what we did. I know what Jake did. And even Anthony Joshua was very clear that he respected the performance by Jake Paul.
They want Jake to retreat back to the cruiserweight division, where he can fight people his own size and chase a world title that doesn't involve getting his jaw shattered by 250-pound monsters. But Jake is ignoring the advisors who helped build his empire. He's obsessed with the giant narrative. He wants to prove that he's not just a celebrity boxer, but a heavyweight threat. This internal civil war at MVP is a rare glimpse into the ego that drives Jake Paul, a refusal to accept the physical limits that even his closest partners are begging him to acknowledge.
Anyone who doesn't think it was any more than a money-making exercise is what are they, stupid? They got in there and they went in there for the money. That's what the two of them got together. It was a freak show. That's what it was. People, that's what you paid for. What do you expect to happen? And what they actually think that Jake was going to, think this guy who's only had 12 fights against, the opposition he's had is going to beat a guy who's 2-time world champion. He's not 58 years of age like Mike Tyson, who's been spending the last 25 years being the best customer of his cannabis farm. He's like, what they're doing is what it was is what it was. Yeah. It's just what he didn't have the experience. Weren't big enough, wasn't strong enough, and he wouldn't be. And maybe if he'd have fought a cruiserweight champion, he might have had a bit more of a chance, but he's gained limited experience. And having said that, I keep saying about Fabio how well he's done, who had no experience at all. But the difference between them, Fabio is a big, solid puncher. He's obviously a heavyweight, but he's a solid, big, hurtful puncher. And Jake's not. Jake couldn't, Jake wasn't going to put a dent in him. Although he caught him with a good right hand and a couple of jabs. So that's what you paid for. All these people sitting, this is disgusting for boxing. It's not, it wasn't boxing. It would have been sanctioned in the UK. I mean, it wouldn't have been sanctioned for a title fight or anything with any of the governing bodies. It was on in Florida because they allow that stuff. It was on in Texas. And it was done for a reason. It was done for money. And it made a lot of money. It made a lot of money for both of them. And, these two guys got in the ring. They knew what it was about.
The timing of this call-out is also suspicious when you look at what's happening in Francis Ngannou's world. Rumors are swirling that Ngannou is looking for one final massive payday before his PFL contract ends. There's talk of a potential historic White House event in June 2026 involving John Jones, but that's far from guaranteed.
I'm getting very close with on the PFL contract, so they have to give me a fight.
Okay, when you say close, what do you mean by that? Close to the end?
Yep.
Okay, when is that?
Soon.
You talked about wanting to fight John Jones at the White House.
Yeah, I mean, yes, if that could have happened.
Right. Would your PFL contract end before that event happens so that it would work out to where you could explore that?
Yes.
Oh my dear. This is interesting stuff, Francis. But he might not get that fight. It seems like they're mad at him. Because now he wants to fight on the White House card, but Dana White said he doesn't trust him to be on the White House card, so he's not going to put him on there.
I don't know. I think the White House card is the highway. A lot of things can happen.
I think what's interesting is you could be a free man again.
Yeah. Okay. I will be soon.
If it was up to you, the opponent, the sport, the month, the location, can you tell us what you want?
Two things. I would say two things. I would say John Jones and Deontay Wilder.
Do you feel confident that that can happen next year?
Confident? No, but there's a chance that everything can happen.
So true or false, in the year 2026, Francis Ngannou versus John Jones happens?
True or false?
Yeah, that's the question for you. That's you tell me true or false.
I don't have hand on it.
You don't, okay.
So I'm not a decision maker.
Would you be open to going back to the UFC if they're interested? Would you be open to talking to them?
I don't know. Wait until it's over.
Okay,
We'll see.
Okay. Because I think you had a good relationship with Hunter and some of the other people there, right?
Pretty much with everybody.
Right. Yes. Okay.
The big MMA fights don't materialize. A boxing match against a wounded Jake Paul might suddenly look like easy money for the former champ. However, the boxing world is warning Jake to be careful what he wishes for. While AJ is a technical master who picks his shots, Ngannou is a brawler with FU power. If Jake thinks a broken jaw from AJ was bad, the physical consequences of a clean shot from Ngannou could be career-ending, if not life-altering.
Tired. And there was a lot of clinching, but the clinching was from Jake Paul, from him shooting, from him actually getting double underhooks, from him doing anything he could when Anthony Joshua moved forward to stop the punches being thrown. When you're clinching, you can't throw punches. And the referee should have got in there a lot quicker as well. But for this guy to be blaming it on the size only and not the skill is insane. And whilst Jake Paul goes off to hospital and has to have surgery, and yeah, those AI images are probably bullshit and all the rest of it, right? He's sitting there counting his money. Listen, Jake Paul's made loads of money. He's had lots of big lucrative fights, and he probably will continue to have more. And I wish him the best of luck. I really do. Just box someone your own size, not a 35er, not a super heavyweight, not a two-time world champion, okay, or a gold medalist at the Olympics. Fight a cruiserweight and fight someone up and coming. Simple as that. Right, and then everyone will give him a ton of respect. Now, just going back to the fight in...
Even the social media reactions have been brutal. His longtime rival, KSI, was quick to post a Christmas came early message featuring a photo of Jake's bloodied face, while fans on Reddit are debating if this is all just a calculated distraction. By talking about Ngannou, Jake has successfully moved the conversation away from the fact that he was technically outclassed by AJ. He's turned a devastating loss into a promotional hook for his next big event. It's the classic Jake Paul playbook. Use a setback to create a bigger narrative. He's even joking about fighting Canelo Alvarez in 10 days, despite having titanium plates holding his face together. It's that blend of delusion and marketing genius that keeps people clicking, even when they're watching him fail. Ultimately, this call-out feels like the most dangerous gamble of Jake Paul's career. He's coming off a traumatizing injury and a clear loss, yet he's doubling down on the most dangerous path possible. Is he genuinely convinced he can beat the man who nearly defeated Tyson Fury? Or is he just addicted to the chaos of the big fight lights? If he actually manages to lure Ngannou into a ring, he'll be facing a man who has nothing to lose and the power to end the problem child era for good. One thing is certain, whether you love him or hate him, you're going to be watching to see if his jaw and his ego can survive the power of the predator. Sound. Do you think the problem child can survive a death sentence in the boxing ring with the predator? Let us know in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.